You had no border, you have no country. And if you refuse to enforce the law, you undermine our Republican ways that will echo across generations. So when you're engaged in destroying our southern border, opening it up, undermining the rule of law in ways never seen before in American history, at least as it respects immigration law, you actually need help to do it. And so sure enough, the information is the Biden administration is funneling money to NGOs, non-governmental organizations, both directly and through the United Nations, to help them undermine the rule of law in the United States by aiding and abetting fraudulent and illegal activity, it looks like to me at least. So we asked for records about that scam and scheme from the Department of Homeland Security. We got the runaround, so we sued. We specifically sued for all records regarding the role of the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, the International Organization of Migration, and any other nonprofit organization in the processing of asylum seekers or other undocumented migrants to northern Mexico seeking entry into the United States. This request includes any related records of communications between any representative of the Department of State and any representative of the UNHCR and or IOM. Oh, I guess we sued the State Department. I thought we sued DHS. It was the State Department. All records of communications between any representative of the Department of State, including but not limited to the United States Mission of the United Nations and any representative of the United Nations or any United Nations agency related to the allocation of U.S. contributions to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees to nonprofit organizations providing assistance to asylum seekers and other undocumented migrants in northern Mexico. So I read that to you to let you know we know what we're doing, we know what to ask for, and we know what to pursue. And we're pursuing this information in federal court. As again, where's Congress in trying to police this? And I don't care if the Republicans are in the minority. This ought to be a priority. Now, you may recall the Remain in Mexico program that President Trump initiated required asylum seekers, to the degree they were valid claims, to remain in Mexico while their claims were adjudicated or processed. Now, the Biden administration tried to overturn that, and the court said you can't do that. You have to go about it in a more regular, lawful way. But they've got partners in crime, in my view, in Mexico. And it's the UN and these NGOs that are using our tax dollars to aid and abet this breakdown on our border. A May 2021 Reuters story reported that the Biden administration had initiated, quote, a new process. This is what I discussed, tasking a handful of nonprofits working in Mexico with identifying and referring. So we're outsourcing to these NGOs who are leftists mostly, almost all of them. I'm not aware of any conservative groups doing this. Identifying. Hey, you want asylum? Come over here, sign it up. That's how I read that. Identifying, referring asylum seekers, and that, quote, a spokeswoman for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees said the United States requested agency channel U.S. funds to the nonprofit groups involved. So we were giving money to the UN, who would launder it to these governmental organizations. And as I said earlier, in last month, a federal court ruled that the Biden administration must reinstate the Remain in Place program. And on August 24th, the Supreme Court let that stand, so it has to proceed. So the Biden administration funneled tax dollars through the United Nations and nonprofits as part of its open borders strategy, a strategy which is unlawful. So they need to stop stonewalling and start following the law so we can follow our money. So this isn't our only lawsuit on the border crisis. We have other lawsuits trying to figure out what's going on, to get the details that the media refuses to tell you about and the administration wants to hide from you. But this is an existential crisis to the to the United States, excuse me, Freudian slip. You had no border, you have no country. And if you refuse to enforce the law, you undermine our republic in ways that will echo across generations. So we're proud, again, of the work we're doing there. And if you like this type of work, I encourage you to support it with a donation, dare I ask. For charity, we take donations. Go to judicialwatch.org. You'll see a nice red button to click through, make a donation.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.